The story opens inside Crane Systems, where scientist Andric is working on a top-secret project, a robotic dog named AXL. Built for military use, AXL is loaded with next-generation AI and cutting-edge combat features, basically a super-intelligent weapon on 4 legs. Cut to a motorbike race. Miles, a talented rider, is speeding ahead until Sam bumps him, knocking him off balance and taking the lead. Miles' bike is busted, the chain snaps, so Miles heads straight to his dad Chuck, hoping to fix it. Chuck and Miles even visit George, Sam's dad, for help. Sam agrees, but George refuses because Miles is from the rival team. But Sam's teammate Sarah knows Miles is a good guy, so she secretly brings him a new chain. Miles installs it, gets back in the race, and wins. Sam leaves with Sarah and invites Miles to a party that evening. Miles hesitates, but the moment he learns Sarah will be there, he agrees. Meanwhile, scientist Andric discovers something terrifying. AXL has escaped the lab. That night, Miles shows up at Sam's party. Sam is reckless. He burns his own cars for fun and posts everything online. Miles hates that chaos, so he slips inside and checks out Sam's bike collection. Sarah joins him. She's starting to like Miles. She also reveals her mom works in Sam's house as a servant. Miles asks if she and Sam are a thing. Sarah tells him they're just friends. Sam walks in and Miles quietly leaves for home. The next day, Miles tells his dad he wants to earn money because they're struggling financially. At the same time, Andric uses drones to search for AXL. Captain Wabier calls him furious. He's wasted $70 million of government money, and the battlefield prototype still isn't ready. She demands remote access to the lab and AXL. Andric lies, saying he's still working on it and needs more time. Later, Sam invites Miles to a dirt racing session. Miles says no at first, but Sam convinces him by saying the whole thing will be filmed and it'll help Miles show his talent. During the race, Miles performs insane stunts, earning everyone's praise. Sam gets jealous. While Sam distracts Miles, his buddies pour soda into Miles' fuel tank to sabotage him. The race begins, and Miles' bike fails mid-track. He crashes hard, injuring himself. Sam and his friends don't help him. They just leave and upload the embarrassing video online. Angry and frustrated, Miles tries fixing the bike, but it won't start. Suddenly, he hears a strange noise coming from a shipping container nearby. Miles throws a rock at it and opens the door. Inside is AXL. Miles panics and grabs his bike, trying to escape, but AXL easily tracks him and chases him down. While running, AXL slips and crashes. Miles approaches carefully, because unlike Sam, Miles doesn't leave anyone behind. AXL has a metal rod stuck inside him. Miles pulls it out. At that moment, his phone buzzes with a notification. AXL, attack, exploration, logistics. That's when Miles realizes this isn't just a robot. It's something far more advanced. Miles starts repairing AXL. Meanwhile, Sarah confronts Sam about Miles. She saw the video online and realized Miles was with him. Sam casually gives her Miles' location. Miles, on the other hand, has been busy fixing AXL using parts from his bike. He fuels him up, and soon AXL is up and running again, behaving just like a real dog. That's exactly how Andric designed him. Miles and AXL quickly bond. Miles does bike stunts, and AXL mirrors him with his own high-tech tricks. From a distance, Andric watches all of this, amazed that AXL has formed an emotional connection with a human. Rob, his assistant, wants to crash AXL's system immediately, but Andric stops him. He wants to see how AXL behaves with humans. In fact, he wants to use Miles as a real test subject. Sarah eventually reaches Miles, but the moment AXL hears her voice, he switches into defense mode and charges. Sarah panics and jumps onto a pickup truck to escape. Hearing the noise, Miles rushes out and calms AXL. He tells him Sarah is a friend. Sarah is scared, but Miles reassures her and slowly helps her down. Then Miles says something that changes everything. She's someone I care about. AXL backs off, and just like that, Sarah and AXL become friends too. Miles asks why she came all the way out here. Sarah admits she was worried about him, and the two share a quiet, close moment. Sarah then says something important. AXL is a military project. They must have spent millions on him. We should return him to whoever owns him. But Miles notices bullet dents all over AXL. If they cared about him, they wouldn't have abandoned him. AXL listens silently to everything they say. Sarah asks about Miles' mom. Miles tells her she passed away a few years ago and shows her picture. Miles asks about her dad. Sarah says she barely knows him. He left long ago, and she stopped expecting anything from him. Seeing her sad, AXL activates his built-in music system and party lights. A soft song plays, and the mood instantly changes. Sarah and Miles start dancing. Miles is terrible at it, so Sarah takes his hands and teaches him. Far away, Andric watches them through AXL's camera feed. Rob investigates and discovers both teens are from poor families. He suggests paying them off to return AXL, but Andric refuses. He wants to observe them more. The next morning, AXL pulls Sarah's truck out of the mud. Sarah tells Miles they need to go home. Miles refuses. We can't just leave AXL alone. Sarah argues that AXL could hurt someone. He's not like other dogs. Miles finally agrees. Fine, then we'll return him to his creators. He hides AXL in the back of the truck and they leave. They stop at a gas station, but neither of them have money. AXL scans the situation, walks toward the ATM, and hacks it using his system. Sarah and Miles grab the cash and quickly drive off. Back at Sam's house, Sarah's mom asks him where she is. She never came home last night. Sam tells tells her Sarah is with some new guy. Meanwhile, Sarah brings Miles and AXL to her secret hideout, a private spot only she visits. Sarah loves spray painting, so she begins adding color to the walls. Watching her paint, AXL analyzes the artwork, then projects his own internal military features onto the wall. And in that moment, Miles and Sarah realize the full truth. AXL is a weaponized army dog. AXL suddenly unlocks a secret panel in his body and pulls out a biometric pairing chip. When Miles touches it, it cuts his finger and instantly bonds AXL to him. From this moment on, AXL follows every command Miles gives. Sam arrives and starts talking rudely to Sarah. Miles can't stand it, so he orders AXL to handle it. AXL drags Sam straight to Miles. Miles warns him, "Stay away from Sarah." Terrified, Sam runs off. And far away, Andric watches all of it through AXL's camera, proud that the robot is obeying the boy perfectly. But Rob warns him, if the kid had told AXL to attack, Sam would be dead, and that blood would be on us. Andric doesn't care. "I know exactly what I'm doing." Sarah, however, is furious with Miles. She snaps, "Sam pays for everything in my house. My mom works for his family. If Sam gets mad, my mom suffers. You don't understand." Miles tells her to go back home if she wants, but Sarah refuses to leave him. Miles decides to leave AXL behind for a while and takes Sarah to his father. He tells Chuck everything about the robotic dog. Chuck insists Miles should return AXL to whoever built him. Meanwhile, Sam returns to the hideout with his friends, ready for revenge. They pour gasoline on AXL and set him on fire, live streaming the whole thing on social media. Andric watches the feed. Enraged, he sends his field team to recover AXL. Sarah sees the live stream and realizes Sam is trying to burn AXL alive. She grabs Miles and races to stop him, but they arrive too late. AXL is completely melted and destroyed, but suddenly, Miles' phone receives a signal, AXL's failsafe transmission. They follow it to a 3D printing repair facility AXL had mapped earlier. This was where he could rebuild himself. Back at Chuck's house, a security agent from Crane Systems shows up. He demands information about Miles and the biometric chip. Chuck refuses and knocks him out, tying him to a chair. Andric sees the feed cut off. AXL's camera is gone and grows furious. Rob emails Captain Weber, reporting a full-scale emergency. At the repair facility, Miles and Sarah help rebuild AXL. He'll need 2.5 hours to fully restart, so they wait. During the quiet moment, Miles admits, "Whenever I start getting happy, something bad happens." Sarah smiles and kisses him. Meanwhile, AXL comes back online, and Andric immediately locates his position. He sends his operatives to retrieve him. The agents arrive at the facility, and Miles and Sarah hide. AXL completes his update, leaps up and attacks the officers. His memories return, including what Sam did to him. Driven by fury, AXL heads straight to Sam's house. Sam is in the middle of another wild party when AXL crashes in. Sam tries attacking him again with a flamethrower, but he runs out of fuel. He charges at AXL, ready to finish him himself, but Miles and Sarah arrive just in time. Miles throws himself between them. "AXL, stop. You can't kill him," and AXL listens. But before anyone can breathe, Andric's drones descend overhead. They fire an electric charge, shocking AXL into a hard shutdown. Moments later, Crane Systems operatives swarm the place and capture both Miles and Sarah. Miles and Sarah slowly regain consciousness, only to realize Andric has tied them up inside his facility. Miles calls out to AXL for help. Andric laughs, "You still think he'll listen to you?" Miles pleads, "Don't hurt him." Andric replies, "AXL is under my control, and I want that chip, the one that bonded him to you. Give it to me or you're not leaving alive." Miles fires back, "You built a machine designed to kill people." Andric snaps, "I have nothing left to lose, and he's my dog." He locks Sarah inside a laser security cage. "Take one step," he warns, "and AXL will tear you apart." Sarah refuses to listen and steps forward anyway. AXL charges at her. She desperately tries to remind him who she is. "It's me, Sarah. It's me." But Andric has wiped his memories. AXL analyzes her face, her voice, and suddenly remembers the moment he watched her paint. Everything rushes back. With a thunderous roar, AXL turns on Andric and Rob, forcing them to flee the lab. Military officers storm in. Captain Weber arrests Andric for illegally weaponizing AXL. She orders Miles and Sarah to return the robotic dog immediately, giving them just 30 seconds. "If you don't hand him over, we're coming in, and if you run, we will fire." Sarah kisses Miles, hugs him tight, whispers goodbye to AXL, and steps out, surrendering herself to buy Miles time. Miles and AXL make a break for it. Weber commands her team, "Stop AXL, use force if necessary." Helicopters close in. Miles and AXL race across the terrain, but they fall hard. Miles injures his arm badly. Miles tells AXL to go. "I can't run anymore, but you can. Go." AXL refuses, until Miles yells, "Please, you have to survive." AXL runs, but drones lock onto him and begin firing. While escaping, AXL uploads all his memories with Miles and Sarah to the internet, evidence of everything. Miles watches helplessly. AXL looks back at him one last time, zooms in with his camera lens, takes a few final pictures of Miles, and then self-destructs. Miles breaks down in tears as the military arrests him. A few days later, we see Captain Weber visiting Andric in custody. She tells him AXL's code is reactivating. "You put the public in danger. You risked national security. security. You should be in prison, but we paid off the witnesses. Then she adds, but now AXL is rebuilding himself. I want to know everything about him. Andrik smirks, enjoying the fact she now needs him. She gives a direct order. Tell me. Andrik asks, what about the 2 kids who bonded with him? Weber replies, they'll receive full military scholarships. Andrik warns, then find AXL before he finds them. Cut to Miles. He reunites with his dad and joins Sarah at their new college, paid for by the military. Later, the two walk along the beach with a small puppy they've adopted. Sarah hands Miles a letter. This might be from your dad. Miles opens it. Inside is AXL's remote. He presses a button. Instantly, their phones light up with a notification. AXL is alive. He survived, and he's trying to come back to them. Miles and Sarah look at each other and smile with pure relief and happiness. A robot or a real dog? Loyalty is loyalty, and AXL proved that some bonds can't be shut down. If this story touched your inner dog lover, hit like, subscribe, and share, because the pack is just getting started.